box review for you today. This one is a little bit different because all the dishes are Italian. It's called Gourmio and their kind of strapline is authentic Italian dishes. The ingredients in the box are amazing quality and they're all like nice Italian ingredients, the type of things that you would expect to see. Lots of gorgeous pasta, tomato sauces and cheeses. So I've done a whole unboxing for you, showing you exactly what's in the box, and then I cooked up the 3 dishes that I tried, and I'm going to come back to you at the end and give you my thoughts. But it's a really nice box and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, the box is here. I'm really looking forward to getting inside this. Let's see what we've got. So the first thing on the top is this. Oh, it's recipe cards inside a little folder. Oh, that's nice. I guess you can collect all of these. They're hole punch, so maybe you can get a folder to go in them. So this must be the recipes that we're going to be making. And then there's some of this wool packing stuff which keeps everything cold. There's an ice pack which is still chilled and frozen, so maybe not frozen but it's still cold. Oh, they look nice. Some kind of biscuits. Eggplant. Oh wow, these are nice jars. I'll probably keep these. These will be good for putting our own preserves in them. This one is tomato pulp, extra virgin olive oil, onion, salt and garlic. Ooh, this one is boar, peeled tomatoes, red wine, extra virgin olive oil, carrots, celery, onion and salt. How cute is this little bottle? The labelling seems to have come off this a little bit, and I think it's oil, but because it's been chilled it's got some solids in it. We'll find out what that one is, probably an olive oil. Okay, so we're getting onto the fresh stuff now. This looks like radicchio, I think. Some cheese, I imagine parmesan. Oh, look at this tray. This looks like mozzarella. There's so much in this box. There's even more. Oh, this must be more cheese. I guess that looks the same as the one that we already had. And these 2 cheeses too, and they're really nicely wrapped in this brown paper. And they're in these little trays to stop them from getting squashed. This is going to be really cheesy, I think, which is good because I like cheese. This one is zucchini and carrots, so it's already ribboned up. Pasta, that looks really tasty. I'm not sure what this one is. It says tomato pulp, extra virgin olive oil, onions, garlic and salt. And then more pasta. This pasta looks amazing. And they've all got the dates handwritten on them for when to use them by. Oh, what is this? Besciamella? Whole long life UHT milk, butter, wheat, flour and salt. Oh look, more cheese at the bottom. I think that's everything now. Another little tiny pack of cheese. So I was just lining everything up for a shot so I can get everything that we've got in, and there is a lot of stuff here and especially a lot of cheese. And this one bag of cheese, it's split just down the side. Where's it split? Oh, here. And so we've had a bit of a leak and lost quite a bit of the cheese, which is annoying, but I'll be able to scoot it up back into the trays. As you can see, you get a lot of ingredients here and certainly a lot of cheese. I think the only meat that's in here is this one, which is in the jar. That's the boar. So we're having the first meal tonight, which is the pappardelle with wild boar ragu. One thing I really liked is on the recipe card it tells you the wine matches. I did try and find a Chianti Classico, but it was a little bit expensive, so I've actually just gone for a bog standard Chianti instead. Okay, let's get on with the cooking. This is the olive oil that's used in this dish. I've had it out all afternoon since the box arrived. It hasn't really all of the olive oil like gone back liquid yet. I'm going to pop it all in the pan and I'm sure it soon will. Oh, well, half for this first step actually, half of it. I think there's a bit too much liquid in the courgettes to get any more colour on them, but I'm quite happy that they're well heated through, so now I have to set those aside. And into the same pan I'm adding the boar ragu. The pasta is ready to go, so you just add the pasta into the meat. It's a really nice yellow colour on the pasta, and this dish is pretty much ready now, and it says on the instructions it only takes 15 minutes, and it actually has. I've added the carrots and courgettes, and I also sprinkled the parmesan over the top, and that's the first dish done. That was really easy. This is the lasagna with the radicchio. It's got loads of cheese in it, and they are the PDO cheeses, so they're like protected designated origin which means they're the, you know, the good traditional original recipe type cheeses. There is a lot of cheese here, not gonna lie. We did match it again with a wine. It's not the exact one that they recommend, but it is from the same region that the dish is from. Just laying the ingredients out, I did have a little bit of an issue. So this bechamel sauce is actually a bechamel sauce, which makes sense. It sounds really similar, but on the instructions, it refers to it as a bechamel sauce. It doesn't actually say on the tub that it's a bechamel sauce, and then in the recipe it calls it a couple of different times. It calls it bechamel here, and then it calls it bechamel down here, so that's a little bit confusing. I also wasn't sure which dish to use. There are two of these little foil trays. This is the shallower one, and the other one is a bit deeper, which I think is for the meal tomorrow night. But we deducted that by just looking at the pictures again on here. And the same thing with the tomato sauce. There's two tomato sauces, this small packet and a whole jar of tomato sauce. So we weren't sure again which one to use. This one says in the instructions the chef's tomato sauce, but it doesn't say anywhere on this that it is the chef's tomato sauce. Again though, we figured it out quite easily by looking at the picture, and you can see on this one they're spooning it out of a bag, and in the recipe for tomorrow they're using the jar. I love cheese, so I'm really excited about this one, and there's two pieces of cheese in it. Okay, so that's the cheeses diced. Now it's just a case of layering up. It's definitely very full, this tray. Hope it doesn't overflow. As if that wasn't enough cheese for you, the last step is this goat cheese. Oh, another like gorgeous hand wrapped cheese. A really big piece as well. Final step of the instructions is to enjoy this while you're waiting for the lasagna to cook. So I can do that, that's fine. This one is definitely the more calorific, which probably isn't that surprising. You can see here I checked out the price of the wines that they were recommending to go with them, and this one here is the calories for it, so quite a lot higher. But when you think this whole block of cheese is just an extra to enjoy while the dish is cooking, you probably don't need that. And this is our own bread, so we had to add that to it, which is just something to bear in mind. This smells absolutely amazing. It was really bubbling up in the oven. It's had 25 minutes and I should think it's good and ready. I feel like I can't say wow enough with this one. It is every cheese lover's dream come true. We're on our last night tonight of the Gourmio box. We're having this aubergine parmigiana with mozzarella, and it's from the Campania region, which is just down here. And again, it's one that's served in one of these trays, so I'll just take this mozzarella out. This one has got a little bit bashed up in the packaging, but I mean, it's a foil tray, it can easily be squished back into the right shape. We looked up the wine. Again, it was a bit of an expensive one, so we went for an alternative. I just have to say, you obviously don't need to have wine with this every single night. We hardly ever have wine with dinner, but we seem to have this week. It's got the parmesan in it and this tomato sauce. Of all of the dishes, I feel like this one, ingredients wise, there's not very much to it for the price. So you spread a layer of this across the bottom. It says a fifth. It's hard to gauge how much a fifth is. Now these aubergine slices, they're already oven baked in their special extra virgin olive oil. And now I'm following instruction number 4, and it says lay a quarter of the aubergines, another fifth of the tomato sauce, a generous sprinkle of Parmesan cheese, and a quarter of the mozzarella. And then you just repeat until you've used it all up. Okay, now it's all ready to go in the oven. My only concern with this one is it going to be filling enough? But we shall see. Probably need a spoon for this. I'm making a bit of a mess serving this, but there is quite a lot of liquid in it. There's also some basil that comes to serve it with. It hasn't dished up that prettily looking, but it smells really good, and it is the taste that counts. I just don't understand why I've got quite so much liquid, because the picture just doesn't have that much liquid. Probably that last dish was the only one that I thought wasn't quite, I guess, special enough. I feel like I could recreate that, and I definitely will recreate that myself, but the ingredients I could pick up very easily at the supermarket, and I guess I'm looking for something a little bit more special from a subscription box. But when you go online, you can see the step-by-step recipe instructions. So if you're looking for something that's a bit more perhaps of a challenge cooking wise, or something that you might not create yourself, you can look at the recipe in advance and check that out, and maybe that's something that I should have done with that one. But again, it's a new recipe that I've never cooked before, and because it was so simple and so tasty, I know it's one that I will add to my repertoire, so it definitely wasn't a waste. The way the Gourmio box works is you order online and you choose, there's usually 6 or 7 dishes to choose from, and you choose at least 2 of them, so you have to order 2 dishes, and the prices for those, the lasagna with all of the cheese in it, that was £20, and the other ones were £18.50. So you can mix and match, or you could have some friends around and get 2 of the same dishes, which I think is a really nice idea, because the Gourmio box, it's not like everyday meals. What subscription box is everyday meals? It's something that you would have for a treat. So perhaps instead of going out to a restaurant, you could order that, and you would put on a really like fancy show if you had guests coming around and you were cooking that kind of Italian meal. So you might order 2 of the same dishes and cook it for friends, or maybe if you've got a birthday, special occasion, or even just like something nice on a Friday night instead of going to a restaurant. I feel like it's yeah, it's something just special, I guess is what I would say. Also, because the dishes that I chose were quite cheese heavy, probably not ones that you would want to eat every day. Gourmio did send me the box for this review, so they've also let me have a discount code for you, which is FOODIELAURA, and that gets you £20 off your first box. And it's not something that you're locked into. You can just sign up for a one-off box if you want to give it a go. So that's a pretty good discount if you fancy trying it out. I think it is one that I will definitely use again. I like the idea of it. There's recipe cards telling you exactly where the products had come from, and the wines matched from the same region, and I felt like you got a bit of history about it, which I also think would be really impressive at a dinner party. If you know, you don't have to tell your guests that you ordered it in, or that you got like a cheat sheet that told you all about the region where everything came from. You could just spill those out as like dinner party facts. I really liked that it had the heritage and tradition, and I mean, they market it as authentic Italian, but you see a lot of stuff marketed as authentic Italian, but I guess having that card and telling you the exact details and the little map with the region and just the flavours made it really special, and having those DPO cheeses in it. So yeah, really great box, and I hope you enjoyed it, because I definitely did. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye. Ooh. Looks good so far. What have we got?